Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good night everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have attention because we'll start our forum a few more minutes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good night everyone. Hi, welcome to the LexForum. First of all, I would like to thank to all of the audience in front of me. Thank you very much for attending the forum for today. I am Nur Shafika as your moderator and our issue for tonight is what can I do with a law degree? Alright, before we start, first of all, let me introduce to all of you about our speaker for tonight because we have already invited a person with a lot of knowledge and also experiences about this topic that we will discuss tonight. Let me introduce to all of you Ms. Nurul Hanim Hassan, graduated from International Islamic University Malaysia with Bachelor of Law degree honors in 2001. She was called to the Malaysian Bar in the High Court of Malaya in 2003. She joined the firm Messrs. Harizantio and Nuriati, Kuala Lumpur in 2012 as a senior associate and subsequently was appointed as a partner in 2016 and currently attached to the corporate finance, banking and property department. During her years of practice, she has been in charge and exposed to various grounds of works and areas of practice, in particular, matters relating to conveyancing, both conventional and Islamic commercial, and corporate banking and finance. Prior to joining the firm, she was attached to Messrs. Hisham Sobri and Kade, where she was involved in drawing Islamic banking documents for a number of banks in Malaysia to be used as their standard transaction document. While she was heavily involved in the preparation of Islamic financing and security documentation, she has attended numerous of talks, seminars, and events in Islamic banking, which were held by the relevant reputable authorities and bodies in Malaysia throughout her years of practice. Her commitment in attending to her work and ability to complete the preparation and legal documentation expeditiously have earned her distinction amongst clients and peers alike as recommended counsel of her area of practice. Alright, so without further ado, we'd like to invite our speaker to share a little bit to us about the speaker's experience when she was studying in law school, the tips for doing assignments or how to ace the test, how to handle the emotions, how to handle our time within the friends, and maybe you can share a little bit what is your chambering experience. So without further ado, I would like to invite our speakers tonight, Ms. Nurul Hanim Hassan. The floor is yours.
Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Sadaqallahul azim. Thank you, sister. Dear brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah, thank you for inviting me today. Should I converse or we mix the conversation or forum today? It's not about so-called good in experience or what. My appearance tonight, is just to share with you the idea what you can do with your law degree. In response to the question by the moderator just now, okay, I must say that it's not accidentally, but I choose law is not because I choose one, it's because my result, okay, because my teacher told me, okay, Nurul, you really want to go to you? Okay, you must follow me, you take law. Okay, that is what happened previously, because we are not exposed to those, I mean, like what you having now, you exposed to social media, you exposed to few knowledge, or we are like really easily access to the internet, okay? So all your knowledge, all your, I mean, like ideas, information, all at your finger. Okay, but previously it's not. Okay, so uh, cikgu I cakap, okay, nak masuk you, okay, you ambil law. Okay, so what was the question just now? Okay, moderator,
Yes.
your question just now is how
Can
was
you
my
tell?
life?
Yes. Can you share your experience during
Okay,
in the law
alright.
school?
Okay, so actually, to share with you, I was not the I was not a good student last time. It's not to meaning that I was not a top scorer whatsoever. Okay, so I was having a difficulty in language, for example, especially to my English language. Okay, so I was very struggling in comprehending all the no, all is the jargon in law jargon, to comprehend the sentence, to understand sometimes the topic of the law itself. Okay, so what I did last time is I had to make extra effort. Okay, so don't worry for those like not really good in English, or actually choose this law is because of parents, you know, you feel that law is not your thing. Okay, don't worry. Okay, with your extra effort, okay, you must remember that why you are here is because Allah has chosen you to take law. Okay, so what you can do is what I experienced before. I just go ahead, just follow the flow. The flow. You just read a lot, okay, and see that I was not the cream. I was not the top scorer last time. Okay, I just want my lecturer to, I mean, noted and to aware that I'm around. I mean that I'm one. Actually I'm one of your students. So because of course lecturer only know, oh, this one A plus student, or this one is B, or A student. So but I was not last time. So what I did is I always seeking the chance, okay, to find out whatever question that I didn't understand. So I just see the lecturer and say, hey, look, this is Nurul, okay, this is Nurul, this is Nurul. I just want, or at least lecturer know, or my assistant, okay, oh, this is Nurul, oh, okay, I remember this student, because I always believe that when you have the redha also from the lecturer also notice, oh, this is, yeah, I got this. Okay, when you just walk, okay, pass by, okay, oh, yeah, that is my student, okay, that is what I want. Okay, because I may not be the best, but I just try to, you know, uh, once the redha ataupun kita panggil apa, lecturer kenal kita macam tu. Okay, so um, and some more during my study time also, I was like uh, I was not really good. I'm the one not like oh, before class I prepare everything in advance. No, I didn't like that. But I was not like that. But I didn't do all that. But what I did is during the class, during the lecture time, I dictate whatever that the lecturer said, whatever that lecturer is giving you, whatever even sometimes you find, okay, that your lecturer even not talking about the topic, okay. So from there, actually, when you write, you're taking note, okay, you actually putting yourself into the focus, and then you try to grab, okay, maybe not during the class, but after the class. You can read back your note, whatever that you take during the lecture time. Okay. And whatever that the word may be that you may not be familiarized with, maybe after that you can do a bit effort. Okay, you just find out what is actually this word all about, and what is the meaning, for example. And sometimes to be frank with you, I also didn't know what the lecturer is trying to say. Okay, even the word sometimes I also didn't know how to spell it. Okay, so you don't worry. You don't worry. For those students like not really good in English whatsoever, language is something that you can, if you can develop. Okay, all with the extra effort, everything is possible. Everything is possible. So and then somehow what when during the assignment, for example, so during the assignment is like extra point for me because maybe by speaking I'm a little bit nervous, I don't know what to say. Okay, but when it comes to assignment, okay, maybe it's sometimes like, oh, like assignment is very, oh, I don't know what to do, what is this topic, what is it about. Okay, but don't worry, because assignment you can always refer to the references. Okay, you can always go to library, you can always ask your lecturer. Okay, something you can always ask your senior. Okay, so um, somewhat okay. Study is definitely require us to be uh, serious and focused. Okay, my mind pun ada, tapi actually that is study. Whatever field that you are taking, study is a must, reading is a must. Okay, so and then I completed my study, and then before my result out, okay, I actually uh, choose to I don't know what to do during that time. My option that time was chambering. Okay, I didn't intend to pursue my career in being an advocate and solicitor even that time because but it's just that the opportunity come, or my neighbor say, hey, you want to do chambering or not? So I just like go ahead with the chambering. I just follow the flow, and then I did my chambering. Chambering is actually a period whereby uh, the professional, you become a professional as an advocate solicitor, which the bar council will require you under the High Court rules. You need to complete the 9 months chambering period. Okay, we call it pupillage. Okay, pupillage, that you attach to one master, which already in practice for 7 years, and okay, and then that was my time was doing conveyancing. So cause conveyancing is something that to do with the sale and purchase agreement. Okay, you do with the tenancy agreement, so called you do with the transfer whatsoever. And I less doing something to do with the court that time. So I just grabbed the opportunity just to know what is this about. Okay, so to be frank, during my chambering period also, uh, I didn't apply much on what I did. I mean, like what I learned in during my degree time. Okay, so I just what's so called continue. Oh, when you're asking about my experience, people doing 9 months chambering period, but I did for 12 months because I paused my chambering for 2 months because I was pregnant that time, and I delivered my first daughter, so-called Farah Atira, also studying in law, in Madrid now, doing law. Okay, I think it's all about my experience, about my study and my chambering experience.
All right, thank you, Ms. Speaker, for share with us your experience during in the law school, how when we need to read, or maybe we just follow the flow, but we need to also study really hard, read everything, so also do our best in everything that we pursue. All right, so we'll move forward to the next question, which is, being law students, like you just said, many of us didn't really know what kind of career that we can pursue after we being a law graduate. So can you tell us a little bit more, what is the career path for the law students after we graduate from the law schools?
Okay, alright. To be honest, okay, when you're taking law, okay, it doesn't mean that you have to be so like, wow, what I can be the next 4 years, 6 years, okay. You just focus on your study, okay. I mean, semua bidang susah. Bukan susah. I mean like you just enjoy your study time. Okay, when you go into your working world, okay, you won't be enjoy anymore a life like what you're enjoying now. Okay, so you just like okay enjoy your study, okay, and do your best. Okay, what coming back to your question just now about the what can I do with my law degree? Okay, this is to be frank with you all. Okay, this is my personal observation only. Based on my experience, it's nothing to do with other maybe like other lawyers or other practitioner may have a different idea. But what I'm sharing with you tonight is just like my personal view and my personal observation and conclusion. Okay, actually, when you have a law degree, okay, uh, you can actually either you can practice law, so-called practice law, or actually you don't want to formally practice the law, meaning that you just run from the doing law itself. Okay, uh, practice law means that you become professional. Okay, you become professional. Either you join a private sector or you join the government or semi-government sector. Okay, like private sector, we call it professional. You become an advocate and solicitor. Okay, peguam bela dan peguam cara. Okay, and then bila you nak become a peguam bela dan peguam cara, you must qualify. Okay, firstly, of course, you have to do chambering, you have to pass examination, there are the rules and regulations that you have to follow. Okay, and then dalam advocate and solicitor ni, you will be doing all those practice of law. For example, areas dia macam you ada civil, you boleh buat criminal, you also can do uh, we call it litigation, meaning that you appear in court. Okay, whereby being an advocate solicitor also, you can choose to be less in court. Okay, less in court. For example, you want to do something more in office. Okay, more in office. Like you do banking and finance, you do conveyancing, you do IP, you know, intellectual property, you do contracts, you do merging, acquisition, and all that, insurances, everything. So meaning that either you want to be appear in court, or you just choose to be more in the office. More in the office, you can wear any color that you like. In court ni normally lawyer ni synonym pakai black and white, betul? Pakai briefcases, all that bring, you know. Okay. Tapi kalau you choose to be less in court, you also become a lawyer like me, like myself. Okay, I'm now focusing on the corporate banking and finance. So both sectors actually doing we are practicing law, but court you deal with more on the litigation. You proceed with the you always deal with the suit. People, okay, ini macam you all yang baca, oh, decided cases versus who and who, ABC versus bank muamalat, for example. Oh, all this thing we call it litigation. Okay, that need you to appear in court. Okay, whereas the other one, you hanya appear in court as and when necessary. Macam contohnya you ada you always appear, you do banking things, again something not right happen, or you need to file something with the Commission of Malaysia, so you need to appear in court, for example, to amend your thing, kan, you filing dekat certain offices. So you just, mungkin you nak appear pun not in open court. You just appear in a closed, in chambers. We call it in chambers. Have you heard about in chambers? In chambers ni macam one to one lah, dia buka open court. Macam tu. Okay?
No.
Okay, you don't know about that. Okay, so tak adalah bawa briefcase tebal-tebal tu, tak ada. So but in court ni macam you all kena always macam 7:30 dah kena sampai court, kan? You all kena appear in court. Court mana? Ada magistrate court. You all dah belajar kan magistrate court, session court, ada high court, ada court of appeal and federal court. All this. Okay, so beside, okay, just now I was talking about the practicing in private sector. Okay, you can also practice law in the government sector or semi-government sector. Okay, you can join the judiciary, for example, judiciary. Okay, you can become an AG chambers. Okay, an AG, like Tan Sri Harun. Okay, our newly appointed AG. And then you can also become the judges, okay, magistrate, okay, in the session court. You can become a judge to the, you also can be a public prosecutor, kan? Yang contohnya public prosecutor ni dia versus private lawyer, for example. Macam public prosecutor ni bila ada criminal case. Okay. Criminal case ni macam apa? Macam rompak ke, rape, pecah amanah, white collar crime. Okay, so bila ada criminal, so kita panggil orang yang representing government, so-called public, is we call it public prosecutor. Dia yang bawa kes ni ke court. Okay, dia bawa kes ni ke court. So orang yang OKT tu tadi, orang yang salah tu, dia akan hire a lawyer professional like me. Okay, to defend him or to argue lah. Okay, to defend or to mitigate the effect of the being an OKT. Apa salah dia tu, contohnya nak kurangkan ke apa ke, kan? So itu function so-called private lawyers. Okay, so besides judges, magistrates semua ni, what you can do also is you can also choose to become legal advisor. Legal advisors to the state. Kita kadang kita ada dengar macam so-called majlis perbandaran, kan? Ada government department yang ada perlukan legal advisor. Legal advisor. So dia ni, tugas dia ialah untuk meneliti kontrak-kontrak, meneliti rules and regulation, minit-minit mesyuarat, kan? So semua ni diperlukan dalam setiap sektor untuk melihat dia in line with the policy of the that department, of that ministry. Dia perlukan seorang legal advisor yang boleh advise dia. Okay, what is the net? Okay, so for example dia kata, oh I nak buat satu perjanjian, nak renew perjanjian air contohnya, kan? So Syabas memerlukan seorang legal advisor. Okay, so legal advisor, nah inilah maknanya semi-government, majlis perbandaran pun dia perlukan. Banyak lagi lah sektor-sektor, even state. Each of the state dia ada legal counsel dia tersendiri. Okay, so dia bukannya berdiri sendiri, dia semesti minta legal opinion daripada setiap legal advisor dia. Alright, so so banyak benda yang actually you require legal advisor, not only to do something new, okay, sometimes to advise you whether when you come across problems, okay, to solve problem or to enter into a new agreement. Okay, so you require a lawyer. Okay, a lawyer to sit down to see, oh, what can be done within the law provided, the law of the land. For example, you nak buat development, you perlukan a lawyer. You also perlukan legal advisor. You perlukan, okay, we sit down, okay, what we can be done. Tapi normally dalam development benda tu dia dah ada macam this is a standard practice, so we just follow this, and cuma dia punya problem tu sometimes is based case to case basis. Dia tak samalah, mungkin benda yang sama tapi ceritanya yang berbeza. Okay, so sometimes people ada different constraint and refrain. So bila dia ada benda ni, so legal advisor ni comes into the picture untuk accommodate ataupun untuk craft ataupun untuk dia attend to the case untuk selesaikan tu mengikut within the limitation of law. Dia tak boleh pergi over the law. Kan, kita tak boleh above the law. So semuanya mesti ikut law of the land. Depends on what area that you are in, okay, during that time. So what else? Okay, we just go overall first. Okay, when I say that you are not practicing law, it doesn't mean that you are not. What I mean is you are not so-called professional. Okay, you can also do, for example, arbitrator. You can be a mediator. Mediator dia diperlukan bila dia nak settle outside the court. Okay, contohnya dia ada dispute. Dia ada, kita panggil dia alternative dispute resolution. Sebab apa? Sebab when you go to court, okay, dia akan ambil masa yang lama. Alright? So court pun dia tak akan you go one time court, dia akan settle your problem. No. Dia akan first time, dia akan determine dulu, okay, siapa ni nak mention dulu the case, siapa those party boleh ke datang, ada setengah tak boleh datang. So you have to file your bundle lah, whatsoever, kan? So dia akan time consuming. Bila time consuming maknanya parti kena datang, you kena investigate, you kena tengok terms dia lagi, contract, you akan take time. Okay, you kena hire orang untuk tengok what is this correct, is this right, you know. Sebab tu dia mengambil masa. So sometimes when you become a mediator ni ialah orang tengah. Okay, orang tengah yang tidak ada interest dalam konflik tersebut. Okay, so konflik ni can happen macam kalau kita nampak skop yang lebih luas, kita akan tengok pada contohnya dalam dua negara. Okay, dalam dua negara, bila nak dispute pasal air contohnya, kan, dispute pasal air. Oh, air ni air kita ke atau air yang jiran? Contoh atau minyak yang jiran, ataupun keluasan. Okay, macam mana kita nak selesaikan border siapa, antara siapa. Okay, so sometimes kita tengok what is the subject matter. Okay, what is the legal issue involved. Sometimes sometimes kita dah proceed dengan legal action actually, kan, dah ada legal paper has been filed. Okay, tapi dispute resolution ni dia comes in, dia help both party to settle, okay, win-win situation. Tak payah involve the court and the cost is much cheaper. Okay, kadang-kadang bila you involve different countries, you kena lantik satu court yang lain, maybe court of the country, okay, ataupun tengah-tengah court itu untuk pergi, dia ada cost lagi untuk travelling, kan. Tapi bila dispute resolution ni, you lebih santai, you lebih cakap kita akan just call in very friendly manner nak solve. Okay, so dia akan try to solve. Sebab dalam dispute resolution ni, for those interested lah, okay, I just giving you some ideas, you akan rasa macam benda ni solve. Kadang-kadang orang nak jaga image. Okay, when you expose to the court, dalam court decided cases all must be reported, betul tak? Okay, especially those yang macam very famous case ke, ada big issue ke, so all be reported in the semua media tengah tengok dalam case tu, semua orang akan go for what happened next. Okay, so banyaklah orang-orang yang akan, orang awam, okay, akan jadi judges that time, netizen kan, semua orang akan comment. So ada yang akan bagi good impact, ada yang bagi negative impact to the business. So ataupun image of the country, for example. So ADR ni, alternative dispute resolution, come just to help. Okay, to do this also, arbitrator is not like normal, easy macam tu je. You kena ambil ada test dia, ada qualification dia. You kena orang yang akan acknowledge dia, bukan you tak boleh mediate macam biasa. Tapi kalau you ada certificate tu, you pergi kursus, dia ada course dia, take the test, you successfully lulus, you akan dapat CJ tu, so orang recognize you, acknowledge you, so you can, betul you pun akan develop your cases kan, your cases you dapat banyak, so orang percaya dengan you, orang akan call you. Okay, so that is one of these option yang you all ada untuk what to do with the law. Besides that, okay, what more that synonym to the law? Okay, you all ada so-called politician lah. Okay, politician ni you all akan sangat-sangat sinonim dengan law. Sebab apa? Sebab orang ada perception towards the law student, okay? Law graduate, sebab dia ni pandai cakap lah kan. People perception ni is ambil law mesti pandai cakap. Okay, ambil law mesti meticulous, mesti boleh fokus, mesti pandai persuade. Okay, sebab ini dia perception by the public. Betul tak? You all sendiri tak habis lagi pun orang cakap ambil law. Oh, law mesti pandai ni kan. Mesti ada something like ada tempat lah di public. Okay. So sebab tu politician ni sangat sinonim lah. Sama ada you all jadi politician kan, macam macam US punya Prime Minister last time, siapa dia pun law degree holder, become politician. So dia ada, sebab apa? Sebab bila kita ambil law, okay, we are trained to develop our skill. Nak tak nak kita akan go through, because we are reading cases. We try to identify what is the legal issue, okay, what has been decided. Okay, macam mana kita reading the law, betul? Okay, so that is the why politics ni dia sangat close, okay, sangat sinonim dengan law. Sebab you all nak tak nak pun you all akan be exposed to the mooting, betul? So to the debate sometimes. So benda-benda macam ni lah, you all akan, kita semualah kita akan secara tak langsung skill tu masa during the courses, kita punya course the law itself akan mengajar kita develop our skill, training kita untuk memahami something tu better, because law ni we read word by word, betul? Kita read word by word to understand better, to get more better, right? Okay, and then other option that the most popular thing is teaching. You can choose to become a lecturer. Kita boleh go for lecturer, kan? Lecturer ni from my observation kan, ini semua yang cream student. Sebab apa? Sometimes they all ni very, like my best friend, my good friend, semua yang scorer semua tu, they are very good in, they are very detailed, they are very dia memang pandai. Sebab dia akan jadi a good law lecturer. Okay, sebab law lecturer ni you ada liberty sikit, you nak ajar macam ni ke, you nak buat macam ni ke, you can apply everything. So you punya kepandaian tu you akan turunkan kepada you punya student. Sangat mulia untuk menjadi teacher ataupun lecturer. Also have a sister in UIA, so become dia pun jadi lecturer di UIA. Okay, kemudian you all boleh jadi famous lagi is law editor. Dalam banyak editor ni, law editor ni diperlukan lah. Kadang-kadang di dalam companies, dalam banyaklah law editor ni dalam syarikat newspaper lah kan, syarikat percetakan yang memerlukan kepada kita. Jangan pandang percetakan yang macam buku-buku biasa, dia percetakan yang higher lah dalam journal kan, you all become sometimes ada novelist pun yang boleh tulis dalam dalam legal term kan, you pernah baca kan novel-novel yang berbentuk legal. So and kalau you all tak nak really want to do with the law, you can divert yourself to become any other. Because law degree ni, you all letak kat mana pun, dia sangat, orang panggil apa? Orang nak. Okay, walaupun you are not, interested in doing, practicing law, so-called in very strict sense. Tapi kalau you all kata, oh, I ada background law, so orang akan pandang you. Okay, pandang tu janganlah pandang sahaja biasa, tapi maknanya you come with value. Some sebut pula UIA. Okay, sebut pula UIA. So, in the market, I do not know, but I like UIA student. Kan, sebab dia ada, sebab UIA ni, dia ada satu special dia. Not only in law degree, okay, in law and the subject that choose in every semester, all the compulsory subjects that the Malaysia government recognise, tapi dia mempunyai value yang lain. Contoh, dia ada usrah, dia ada Islamic value, okay, untuk terapkan dalam untuk memberi added value to all their student, bukan sahaja law student lah, okay. So at least kita tahulah usrah kan, you ada usrah. My last time also ada usrah. I believe that you are also continue with the usrah. So usrah ni pun ada test kan, betul? Ada test kan? So tapi maksud I tu yang any other tu maknanya any post, any pekerjaan in the government or not in the government, nak kerja dalam sektor apa pun. Contohnya dalam government kan, di SPA, Suruhan Perkhidmatan Awam, dia hanya memerlukan kriteria, dia hanya memerlukan degree holder. Dia tak cakap pun degree apa-apa, but you ada extra point lah. Special bila you cakap you introduce you as a law degree holder. I think that is my humble opinion about this and sharing what you can do with a law degree.
Thank you, Miss. And after I listen your explanation, it just gives us a general overview by, we always think that being a law student, you're only limited to the law legal field, such as advocates or solicitor. But actually, there is a lot of sector in private and government we can include as. Yeah. And other being involved in the court, we can also being a lawyer by in office, by do a conveyancing and so on. That's a really interesting fact, which is I think that not all of us want to be a lawyer in the future, right? So we can choose many various parts of field when we hold a law degree. Thank you, Miss. So I would like to forward to our next question. Yeah, this is linked to the perception that Madam already said before. Being a law student, do I have to read or memorize a lot? Like we always listen or hear being a law student, oh, you must read a lot of cases, memorize. Is it true? May I ask your opinion? Thank you.
What answer you want? What answer you want? You don't want Iqra? Reading is a must. Okay, the answer is absolutely yes. Reading is compulsory. Reading ni macam isi dengan kuku. You cannot avoid reading at all. Apa-apa yang you all ambil, apa-apa bidang, even myself now. Okay, and I think like everybody need to read. Okay, because reading ni actually upgrading yourself from nothing to something. Okay. You definitely, you if you want to grow, you cannot avoid of reading. You cannot read because who are you today? Okay, it depends on what you read. Okay, how much that you read. Okay, what books that you read. Okay, because what materials that you reading ni actually membentuk siapa you, knowledge you, character you. Okay, jiwa you, mental you, cara you cakap, apa yang keluar daripada mulut you, all about reading. Not only reading in books itself, formal, informal, or reading. So coming back to your question, whether read is compulsory, yes, read is compulsory. Okay, because for general knowledge, it may be like an option for you, but for a student, for being a student, definitely reading is a compulsory. Is I mean like you must is like really wajib. You mesti baca. Nak tak nak pass examination, memang kena baca. Macam mana malas pun you have to read. Okay. Itu memang sebab reading ni apa? Reading ni if miftahul ain. Maknanya ialah pembuka gedung, kunci ilmu. Kalau tak baca, tak dapat ilmu, how you will become a law degree holder? You won't be able to. Okay, you ingat dengar lecturer cakap, can you grab? No, you cannot. Okay, because if you want to get more, you have to read more. Ini memang sifir dia. Okay, as simple as that. If you want more, you read more. If you don't understand, you have to read more. One time read, you don't understand, you have to read twice. Tak faham juga 3 kali. Tak faham juga 4 kali. Okay, so that is shows actually it shows your effort. You don't say that, oh dia pandai, tak apalah. Memang during my time also, they are very brilliant student. Okay, my friends. So I a little bit envy and jealous lah. Kan? Kenapa dia baca one time, she can understand, but I didn't. Okay, but you have to remember, okay, sometimes kita punya you just take that one as your advantage also. By reading so many times, actually, okay, dia memberi you advantage because you read so many times. Actually, you are memorizing so many times. You are sticking into your head for a longer period. Memory you akan lebih panjang. Sometimes you tak ingat pun, tapi bila orang sebut keyword, you can remember. Oh yeah, I remember what. At least you get the idea. Okay. So you don't afraid or something. Oh, ini boleh lah, dia memang brilliant, dia memang pandai kan. So dia pun baca sikit dia can get. But I have to read a lot. Yes, you have to read a lot. You read and read. And remember, kalau you baca, every words that you read is not for nothing. It's for something. Kan macam you baca Quran. Okay. You baca satu ayat, satu huruf you dapat. The more you read, the more you dapat. Macam ilmu ni, you niat ni menuntut ilmu. Every time tu Allah nak bagi you lebih banyak pahala. So that's why you tak faham lagi kan. So just take it like, oh, this is part parcel of the ilmu, bidang ilmu. Memang nak baca ni, you just go for any scholars kan. Semuanya mesti nak jadi orang hebat, mesti kena membaca. Okay, di mana letaknya sesuatu tamadun dan kehebatan satu nation, satu bangsa, satu negara adalah terletak kepada rakyatnya ataupun bangsanya yang membaca. Hanya membaca ni boleh menaikkan taraf dan kedudukan rakyat, kedudukan diri kita, kedudukan keluarga kita, kedudukan future kita. Okay, to be different from others who not reading. Okay, so tak nak memang kena baca. Okay, especially in law. Law memang kita tak ada calculation. Like others kan, kita nak kira-kira ke, nak ukur-ukur. Law tak ada. Law mesti dengan reading. We have decided cases because we are dealing with statute. We are dealing with the decided cases. What are source of law? Kan kita ada statute, kita ada decided cases, betul tak? Kan? So kita memang kena baca apa what have been decided, what statute related or relevant to our case, betul tak? So macam mana kalau tak baca? Can you tell me? Cannot, right? So you have to read. Lalu law, kalau you kata nak kena baca, nak kena ingat kes, memang kena ingat kes because that is law. Okay, at least untuk switch kita punya fikiran lah, kata beratnya nak kena hafal, not like others. You just be proud of what you are doing. Just be appreciate. I mean like you just appreciate what you are doing, what we are in now. Okay, that is what the difference between the law and other courses. Okay, I ada decided cases. That is called law. Okay, case apa? Oh, ABC versus bank, what. Betul? So that is the difference. Become, I mean like being a law student, you're doing law. Law ni something apa law ni? Law ni akta-akta lah, statute, betul? Statute, you ada you kena baca buku-buku law, okay, that giving you ideas, okay, what is the gist, what is the principle, memang kena baca. Memang kena baca. Okay. And then some of what? Because okay, I bagi tips sikit lah, okay. Dalam reading ni, okay, mungkin sometimes what I did last time lah, because I was not the top scorer last time. What I did is, okay, maybe can help you, just share the idea. I just memorize. Because memorize ni actually develop your language. Okay, macam ni what are the decided cases tu, apa dia punya what is the what the judge actually decided in that case. Dia punya gist dia, contohnya kan. Okay, you just hafal the sentence. I really did it. So because dalam exam hall, examination hall, sometimes you don't have time to think kan. Tapi yang you memorize ni actually help you in the hall. Sebab you dah ada satu sentence tu, you just nak change sometimes. Contohnya lah, okay, macam you cakap you pun hafal jargon in law, macam pursuant to, in accordance with the law, okay, by virtue of the law, under this section, subsection 2, paragraph 1. Betul tak? Okay, in the decided cases, okay, general rule is, kan dia ini kan basic lah yang kita tak tahu sangat nak kita tak ada masa dalam exam hall nak develop language. Okay, so by memorizing whatever that sentence, I mean like in your particular topics, can help you actually in the examination. Okay, can give you idea on how to answer this. Sometimes you nak goreng je, you pakai lah ayat tu. Faham tak? You ada case lain tapi you ingat dalam case lain punya sentence. That actually is really help. I do not know, but myself it works. Maybe you can apply also in your study. I think it's all about that.
Yeah, thank you, Miss. So, yeah, just like what Miss said earlier, reading is really a vital for students. Like, reading is a basic of knowledge. Before you get anything knowledge, you must read first. So, especially for a law student, because we really involve a lot of cases, a lot of reading statutes and so on. So, yeah, guys, we need to read a lot, and yeah, it's compulsory for us. All right, so thank you, Miss, for tips. That I think the tip is very beneficial for all of us. Yeah.
Nothing comes easily.
Yeah, we need to put a lot of effort.
Yes, easy comes.
Yeah. Just like what Miss said earlier, all of our effort is something that we can gain at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, being a law graduates, we use all of the things that we have read as our knowledge and turn them into our skills that we can use to give out back to the society later. All right, so I would like to go to the next question, which is, what is the reality of being a lawyer? Because I think like being a law student, I bet that most of us maybe segelintir or a part of us want to be a lawyer. So can you tell us what, based on your experience, what is the reality of being a lawyer?
Oh, okay. Thank you, moderator. What is reality? First of all, reality is very high expectation. Become a lawyer, whether you are junior or you are senior. Okay, now, when you're asking me about being a lawyer, we are focusing on become a lawyer, right? Okay, so actually, what we have discussing just now, we actually can do other things other than become a lawyer. So now when you ask me about reality, become a lawyer. Okay. As I said, the expectation is very high. Okay, it's not only your client, okay, your employer also, uh, and also people surrounding you. Okay, so but when you ask me about a lawyer, I just focus on the client and employer, and I focus more on client. Okay, so being a lawyer, not so called like difficult. Okay, or not to say that or so high standard, but that one is only perception. Okay, so we just carry the title. We just carry the title. We just carry the title, and uh, a lawyer, when people have the perception, okay, of course, I do not know about others, but myself, you just want to carry it. You just want to carry it, meaning that innerly, okay, mentally, when you speak, you always then want to represent who you are. Okay, that is reality. Meaning that even you are in a very hard time personally, but when you go to work or you appear in public, okay, you always want to, um, you know, it's not like portray. Yes, you just want to portray. Oh, this is me. I'm a lawyer, so I must carry, or I must wear properly. You know, I'm a law graduate, and I have from Islam. I'm from UIA, so people know me from UIA. So I must carry. I must, must have a Islamic value. Okay, no, I cannot be like professional. So called, we call lawyer is just professional. So I must keep myself good. Okay, so uh, perception actually you take in a very good way. You carry it in a positive way. Okay, you just want to become different. You just be different in a good way. Okay, meaning that reality is that people like high expectation. Okay, meaning that you lawyer, so you have a good in you definitely possess a decisive skill. You have a meticulous, you can read proper, you can talk, you lah orang yang akan ke depan. Okay, so when you talk also, dalam reality, what is the best of being a lawyer? Normally people listen. You understand me? Like when you become a doctor, macam tu lah. When you carry and hold title professional, you always have the good perception. I mean, apa? Kita ada when we talk, people will listen. People will listen. So bila people listen, definitely I myself, I don't know, when people want to listen, of course you want to say something good, betul? Kita akan buat kerja pun kerja yang bagus. Quality of work. Kita akan buat kerja bersungguh-sungguh. Betul? Sebab, lawyer tak akan buat kerja macam ni. Betul? So, we always looking forward to deliver. Okay, sebab I carry the title lawyer. Okay, so realitinya pun macam some more timing. Time sangat tight kadang-kadang. When you become a successful lawyer, nak tak nak you akan deal with the time. Maknanya time management you ni memang memerlukan good time management. Sometimes, of course kita ni manusia biasa. Sometimes perlukan stay back sebab you are dealing with the tight due date, tight deadline. So you need to sometimes to when I myself now, I'm being a mother, a wife, a daughter, a sister, kan? So you punya, how you define yourself. Time is one of the challenge. Okay, so but anyway, remember, orang yang berjaya, you never give an excuse for tak cukup masa. Okay, orang yang berjaya is always you find the time. Okay, you find the time. Time tu ada cukup. Okay, you always seiring dengan masa, and then you even go faster than the time. Maknanya macam mana you nak faster faster than the time? You always plan what you want to do the next. Okay, you dah ada minggu depan, today you dah bangun pagi, you always remember today I have to complete this, to do this, to attend this, to do this. Okay, so you always go 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 beyond the time. Barulah you pun boleh divide your time properly. So tapi reality being a lawyer memang akan require really much of your time. Sometimes we have to step back. Bukan not to scare you all, but being a lawyer ni, kalau you nak be a good lawyer, memang memerlukan pengorbanan masa. You have to sacrifice on your, sometimes tak ada social dah sebentar. Okay, you have to focus on your time. You ada orang kejar kan, orang kejar your client nak pakai duit, you nak case tu conclude cepat, ada due date, so you have to stay back sometime until midnight. Even sometimes who those lawyers that doing litigation kan, nak pergi court, esok nak submit kan, so you all kena stay back sampai kadang-kadang 2-3 pagi. Even myself, ada benda kadang kita deal with the other countries, okay, kita kena meaning that video conference ataupun emails, okay, dia ikut time dia. So kita kena sacrifice in term of time, nak tengok nak communicate, nak converse dia even sampai tengah malam. So in this case, I really appreciate, okay, my family, my husband, my kids all very understanding. Okay, they can understand what I'm doing. So maknanya kena give and take lah. Okay, of course we have to divide our time. Oh, okay, this week I'm very this month I'm very hectic with the work. Kan sebab kalau nak jadi lawyer yang biasa ataupun cincang boleh, okay. But I urge you all, okay, since that we are equipped, I mean like penuh dengan so-called Islamic values, so we just keep ourselves bagus, okay. UIA graduate ni sangat bagus. In term of work, in term of language, tak berkira. Okay, so we are different in that sense. Okay, benda tu beginning we a little bit struggle being a lawyer sebab we are junior lawyers, we are competing with those seniors in the market. Okay, we are competing, but actually what I can say is practicing is nothing. I mean like it depends on how I mean like not struggle, how much effort that you put in yourself to become a good lawyer, a better lawyer than the others. Okay, meaning that okay, it doesn't mean that you are senior that you are good. No, sometimes I come across that junior lawyer also good. Okay, because exposure that they are facing, they are dealing with every day, and the cases that come to them, okay, makes them better than the senior lawyer that they are dealing with the same thing. But junior lawyer, they challenge themselves. Okay, when you want to do, when you want to become a good lawyer, okay, you just challenge yourself. Okay, oh, I actually dah buat benda ni for about 2 years. Okay, so I want to do something else. I just want to develop myself. I just want to upgrade, okay, my level of knowledge and skill. Okay, so we go to upper level. We challenge ourselves. Oh, I just want to do something new, develop. Okay, contents diri kita different. So kita challenge ourselves. Okay, to do something new. We find opportunity. We go. We being proactive. Okay, so of course realitinya memang lawyer ni sedikit busy. There are times that you are really busy. There are times that business kurang, cases kurang. You just like others also, other fields also. And then overall, what I can say, reality being lawyer, glamour tu, I think myself, I don't really go for glamour lah. Okay, we just being ourselves. And then don't be so calculative. When you become a lawyer that time, You don't be calculating into off time. You masuk nak check in pukul 9 lah. Okay, being a lawyer kan, you all nak clock in pukul 9 masuk, pukul 6 balik for example. You don't think about that. Okay, lawyers ni dia lebih professional, meaning that dia punya clock in time tu tak tentu. Kadang you malam dah you balik lambat, so mungkin you clock in tu mungkin flexible sikit. You akan clock in pukul 11, okay. You keluar balik pukul 3, you pergi signing, you pergi meeting, masuk balik pukul 5, okay, and then you come back and then pukul 6 you tea time sekejap, and then pukul 7 you masuk balik, semayang apa semua, and then you go back and you continue doing work again. Okay, that is reality of being a lawyer. So professional ni, you come with the flexibility of time, working time in terms of working hours. Sometimes even during holiday, not holiday, during public holiday, during weekend, you need to do something. You kena kerja. Okay, you attend signing ke macam tu.
Okay, thank you, Miss, for sharing with us what is the reality of being a lawyer regarding how to deal with a lot of perception, how we need to turn the perception into positive way, how is the reality when we manage our time, and so on. Yeah, so I will move to the next question, which is how do we, those who aren't taking Sharia, overcome with statement like Sharia will have more benefits? Like we all know, in IIUM we already provided 2 courses, which is Sharia law and also only Bachelor of Law. So how do we overcome statement like Sharia will have more benefits for those who didn't taking Sharia?
Thank you for the question. Oh, my answer is I agree with your statement. We can't change the statement. The statement what just now? The Sharia, those who taking Sharia has more advantage. Are you saying that?
Yeah, Sharia will have more benefits.
Okay. Definitely, who taking Sharia will definitely have more benefits. Okay, in terms of knowledge, as I mentioned and highlighted earlier, for those that expose themselves and learn more than the other, definitely those that learn more will be benefit them more. Definitely, okay. So siapa yang belajar lebih in Syariah akan dapat advantage in terms of knowledge in Syariah better than those like yang tak ada Syariah. Definitely that one. Okay, statement tu sangat betul. Okay, cuma dalam realitinya, okay, in term of knowledge, we cannot dispute that. Okay, itu memang not only reality, itu memang sifat dia. Maknanya when you actually you have double degree, by looking at it per se, you always see, oh, double degree, yes, definitely. She is having more advantage than me. I just taking civil law, and she is taking double degree. Double itself shows that she is having advantage. Am I right? Right? So you cannot dispute in terms of knowledge. Okay? So those like taking Sharia, I congratulate you all. Okay, I must salute you all because it's not easy to take Sharia. Okay, whatever that you learn Sharia law, okay, you are okay, in civil law you are learning, you are studying, the medium is in English, okay, whereby in Sharia you are taking all subjects in Arabic, okay. So you see, not only knowledge, in terms of language, of course the Sharia student win. Okay, so we are not talking about the disadvantage and advantage of taking Sharia or not. I must vote and I must say and I must stress that for those taking Sharia, having a lot of the advantage compared to the civil law. That is the fact. Okay, they are exposing to the language, they are exposing to the ilm, they are exposing to the how to maqasid, how they look at the Sharia. Okay, they go deeper. Okay, definitely they score more than compared to the civil law student. Okay, but in terms of reality, okay, in terms of reality when it comes to the job, okay, I'm not talking about knowledge. Okay, knowledge absolutely Sharia student win. Okay, that one no dispute. Okay, we cannot dispute. We have to encourage that whoever that able to have the ability to challenge themselves to take Sharia, go ahead. Okay, I encourage you to go ahead and take the opportunity to take the Sharia. Okay, but when it comes to the civil, okay, you don't worry. Okay, for those that still interested in pursuing or maybe that Sharia lawyer would be my dream job. Okay, I would become a Sharia lawyer one day. You still can become a Sharia lawyer for those civil law student degree holder. You still can become a Sharia lawyer. Okay, because in Malaysia, okay, in order for you to become a Sharia lawyer, what you need to do is you just need to possess a law degree. Okay, um, a law degree is sufficient, and you need to test. You need to pass the test in every state that you want to practice in. Okay, for example, because Sharia under the federal constitution is always under the state, right? So every Sharia court in Malaysia is under the control of power of the state. So every state have their own sets of Sharia council, okay, board of Sharia, okay. So they have actually also have sets of qualification requirement that for to enable you to practice in the court. For example, in Selangor, okay, in Selangor, in daerah mana, for example, in Selangor court, in Sharia court in Selangor, you need to apply, you need to pass the test, you need to fulfill all the requirement, okay, under the Selangor Syariah, Mahkamah Syariah. Okay, so if you want to appear in a court of a Syariah court in Terengganu, for example, you have to go and apply for the CJ government di sana, practicing. So this one all actually annually. Okay, all this you have to pass this all annually. You have to take the test. Okay, you have to pass it. So meaning that if you really want to go for the Sharia lawyer, for those civil law student, okay, you can still practice in Sharia if you wish to, right? So don't be so don't be so inferior so called, okay, by the statement. But you have to acknowledge that, okay, we have to acknowledge that the Sharia has a better standing in terms of the knowledge. But if you want to go further, if with the civil, okay, what I can see in reality, in practice, you really want to become a lawyer, um, like master or PhD, okay, like master, PhD, double degree is more suitable to the teaching, okay, because you actually mastering in that field, in that knowledge, you become specific in your topic, okay, all right, you mastering in the banking and Islamic banking and finance, for example, you are mastering in that topic. Okay, so maybe sometimes this master in Islamic banking and finance, for example, required in certain field, for example, in consulting, in consultation area or whatsoever. Okay, just to formalize your knowledge in banking. For sometimes people taking, a master, okay, sometimes they are not like immediately after they obtain a degree in law, they didn't go for master straight away. Sometimes people like work first, okay, become a lawyer first, or they join consultation, advisory, okay. So and then the work require, that field require them to take master just to formalize and expose them to discipline knowledge discipline in that particular field, for example. So you don't worry for civil law student. Okay, so if you still want to continue, you still can continue to become a Sharia lawyer.
Yeah, thank you, Miss, for your opinion regarding how to deal with Sharia. Yes, because I also agree with Sharia student has their own advantage, but at the end of the day, we need to look at ourselves. What is our opinion? What do we want to choose? We want to continue in the future. So, okay, Alhamdulillah, I have end all the questions. So we will move to the Q&A sessions. So here, I have a few questions from the students. Can I continue to the first question?
Boleh,
Yes.
boleh. Yes, you
Okay.
can. Please.
Okay. The first question, Salam. Can I ask if one wants to be a court clerk or a court reporter, what kind of path that they should take? Thank you. From Farah Tasnim.
Again, what course?
Yeah, what kind of path that they should take as a court reporter or a court clerk? Court reporter, yeah.
You mean in terms of law degree or what? I mean, I can't really grab what you are asking. What kind of path?
Yeah, I think maybe she wants to ask about if she wants to be a court reporter after law graduate, how she may apply to be a court reporter.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
When you used to become a reporter, I'm not really know about it, to be frank with you. But all I can say is to become a reporter, either you go to the private sector. I mean, like those attached to percetakan or news. Okay. All our broadcasting, so that require you to because nowadays you have personal interest. You have personal interest to become a court reporter, isn't it? I can't really maybe I guess, okay, what she meant is um, because in all the cases, okay, in court, okay, they have their own interpreter. They have their own people who record, okay, what happened actually in the court. Okay, uh, maybe if she wants to become part of the government, that those always appear in the court. Okay, because in a court, if you have the opportunity to go to the court, okay, I don't know how you to imagine that, because besides the judge, okay, okay, you also the judge will be assisted by the one clerk, okay, one reporter, not so-called reporter, interpreter, okay, and another one assistant. Sometimes interpreter, sometimes it can be somebody who somebody lah in a court to assist the judge. Okay, so either you want to report the case, a report normally it will be a formal report, which will be done by the court itself. So if you're interested to do that kind of job, I think that one you can apply as the Suruhanjaya Perkhidmatan Awam. That one is part of the government so-called vacancy. You can always apply after you graduate. Okay, if you intend to do that, you no need to go for chambering. Chambering is always when you really intend to do become a lawyer. So if you want to become part of it, because not everybody can appear in court. Okay, sometimes when the judge decided you to have that case to have in a chamber ataupun in closed court, okay, mungkin because of certain reason lah, okay, certain reason, because high profile ke, so sensitive issue ke whatsoever. So always those like appointed or assisted the court saja yang boleh appear besides the parties. If that is your main, then you can apply at the SPA. Dia akan ada nanti, dia akan cakap lah you nak.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Okay, we move to the next question. Second question from Brother Imtiaz Haidar. The question is, Salam, may I ask how can we are going to handle the high profile case? Thank you, Miss.
Oh, high profile. Okay. Okay. My field now is not litigation. So I think litigation means that I didn't go for court one. Okay. I don't go to court. Okay. But what I can tell you, okay, for high profile in my field now, okay, we are protected by the law, okay, so we can't disclose information about our client, okay. So I have experience in one of the quite high profile case, not for the court matter, but I just like something like related to the high profile ongoing case in court, okay, part of the case, okay. So I actually experienced being called by the so-called investigators to high profile, semuanya sangat lagi confidential. We cannot disclose. We have to keep all the information in a very safe manner. We can even talk, not only high profile. What I can see is every our single case is high profile. Okay, I mean is confidential. Okay, for those that high profile, if some more very high profile means that sensitive. Okay, we cannot simply talk. We cannot put even file in the normal shelf that we always put. We have to put it in the not so-called fridge, but we have to put in a special room. Okay, so we cannot even. We have been warned not to talk to others, not to share in public. Okay. We have been called by, I have myself been called by MECC that have been interviewed and investigated, okay, about hours, okay. So high profile, you sometimes it's not depends on whether you senior or junior, but it's just that when you just happen to handle high profile, you will just handle high profile. So high profile is one thing lah, but throughout our practice, become a lawyer, okay, all our cases are confidential. All details are confidential. Confidential to the extent I can say is, okay, even your IC, okay, your name, spelling of the name and IC cannot be disclosed to the public that not related to the case. Even in the email, I can say, even in the email, I just share with you, even in the email, we cannot disclose the details of the IC of our client to our, even our client, to our banker. Like for example, we are the banker and our client is the purchaser. Okay, we cannot disclose the purchaser's full IC number to the bank. Okay, in our email, because we afraid that the email may be forwarded to other third party. Okay, because we are governed and been restricted by the law. We cannot simply disclose the details and information about our client to others.
Okay, thank you, Miss. I think that's the risk or the responsibility as a lawyer to keep our clients confidentiality. All right. So we move to the next question. Next question. How do how do I enroll in the government sector if I have degree in law?
Oh, nampaknya banyak tak nak jadi lawyer ni nak masuk government. Okay. Oh, okay. Dia after you completed your last paper, okay, you are waiting for your final script, okay, final script result, betul? Okay, when you're waiting for that, you can start looking for the job already. You can start looking for your job. Okay, that one is for the private sector. But for the government, okay, you have to wait until your final transcript come out. Okay, you can apply to the JPA. Dia ada satu sistem dalam government that you have to apply to key in all your details that which apa adalah semua details that require you to key in. That one I think in the so-called Suruhanjaya Perkhidmatan Awam. And then if you are successful, your name will be shortlisted, and then they will call you for test. Okay, so after that they will call you. After that, if you succeed, and then you'll be called for the interview. Okay, for the interview. So okay, and then only thereafter, if you succeed, and then you'll be called for the job. Sometimes based on my experience, if those that who interested in joining the government, okay, sometimes during, because okay, like for example chambering, it depends on the master. Okay, as long as you finish your last paper, okay, and while waiting for your final result, okay, before your final result out, okay, you can always look around for your chambering place. You're looking for your master, okay? Sebab selalu ada iklan looking for chambering, you can apply that. And even sometimes all the master dia tak payah tunjuk, dia tak payah tunggu pun you all dapat final. Dia can call you for the interview and start doing chambering. Unofficial lah, okay? After only you can after you obtain your final transcript, result, then only you can file the paper. Okay, your official chambering period only can start. Okay, but sometimes it happen experience whereby my chambering student dia start selepas immediately after finish dia punya law degree paper, while waiting for the transcript, kita dah ambil dia jadi chambering, kan? So dia boleh start, tapi dia punya chambering period belum start. Okay, so dia punya chambering period only start effective when she file the paper, because the paper would require them to have a transcript, the final result. But of course, sometimes give them advantage to those want to have earn money, immediate earning, so they can start. That is the advantage lah. You expose yourself, kan? Sometimes dia tak tahu yang mana nak pergi, so dia boleh earn dululah. It depends on the majikan, it depends on the master. Kalau dia okay, they can take you as a chambering before unofficial. So but in government very strict. I mean like very not to say easy. You it depends on if you lucky enough you've been called, buat test, macam tu. That is the route.
Okay, thank you, Miss. So we move to the next question. Alright, this question is someone that really take interest to become lawyer. What is your advice if a person wants to become a conveyancing lawyer? Can you share with us some advice or tips?
Convincing lawyer. Okay, I do not know, maybe some of you may not know what is convincing actually, right? Okay, uh, convincing and litigation. Okay, convincing always versus litigation. Convincing ni is something to do with uh, transaction macam sale and purchase agreements. You do with the agreement. Okay, you do with the loan agreement, pinjaman. Okay, you act for the bank, you act for developer. No, I just sharing you what the idea of conveyancing. What is conveyancing all about? Kan some of you may not know what is conveyancing. Law pun tak tahu apa. Apa lagi tahu what is conveyancing, kan? Okay. Conveyancing is also talks about tenancy. You nak buat tenancy agreement. Okay. You deal with those purchaser yang nak beli rumah direct developer. You nak deal with attending signing. You preparing all the sale and purchase agreement. You attending those signing lagi apa? Tenancy, you deal with the stamping, whatnot. Okay. So, tadi soalan dia tu, what is your advice if a person wants to become a convincing lawyer? My advice is, you complete your study. You complete your study and do chambering. Okay. Preferably in a conveyancing firm. Firm that doing conveyancing. Okay, if you know what is conveyancing about already now, you already have the idea, okay, you go for conveyancing, you know already, okay, I'm going to do conveyancing because I don't like to be appeared in court. Okay, so you choose conveyancing because I think conveyancing more suitable because I'm a lady, for example. Okay, I don't want to be so rushed in the morning, okay, because court, okay, not only in local court. Okay, local court means that a court that close to you. Okay, close to your house. No, court may be in JB, in Penang, in Terengganu. So you have to travel a lot. Okay, you have to sacrifice on that. That is called litigation. You have to appear in court. So if you know what is conveyancing about, okay, conveyancing you appear less in court. So meaning that, okay, you just do, normally conveyancing lawyer ni dia clock in tu selalunya untuk yang junior lah, okay, nak starter dia akan pukul 9 masuk, pukul 6 balik. Ke step back pun sikit-sikit je. Okay, untuk beginner. So you could maybe weekend lah you kena attend signing, kan. Macam ada my niece pun junior lawyer sekarang. So dia struggle sikit lah, kan. Dia kena pergi attend signing, orang cuti dia pergi signing, kan. Memang macam tu. Okay, so my advice is, if you know already what your focus is, you go for the conveyancing for the law firm that doing conveyancing. You can always Google. We have Malaysia Bar. We call it Malaysia Bar website. Okay, Malaysia Bar. So you can always go to that. You can find out. Okay, which firm and which firm. Okay, sometimes even if you there is an advertisement about the chambering, looking for chambering student, or they call it pupil. Okay, pupil. They will put there, okay, we require a conveyancing, we are require chambering student. Okay, we will be doing conveyancing things. So you just go for that. Easy, kan?
Thank you, Madam. I think that's also a really interesting area of law, doing conveyancing law, since we didn't have to come to the court, always just do the work at the office and so on. All right,
Because
so
sometimes
yeah.
those that do litigation also, dia ada mix. Sometimes dia pergi litigation, sometimes dia nak ada option lain for the income, they also do conveyancing. Okay. Just to,
Oh.
they can do both actually. They can do both. Sometimes they appear in court, sometimes they also do conveyancing, okay? But if you want to focus and master in what you are doing, I advise you to master in one. You just focus in conveyancing, for example. If you know already what you want, okay, you don't like to be appear in court, you just choose conveyancing, and further you upgrading yourself to do banking, you upgrading yourself to do corporate, okay, and advising the bank whatnot. So that is the how you want to route your career.
All right. All right. So we go to the next question. Salam, I want to ask if corporate companies do hire fresh graduates or we need to have experience practicing the law in court before joining in-house legal team?
Waalaikumsalam. Okay. Okay. Corporate companies. Okay, corporate companies do hire fresh graduate. It depends on what the company, the entity, the corporate company uh, um, looking for. Okay, it depends on what the vacancy, what they want that time. Okay, sometimes because you see, in a company, in a big company, for example, you're asking about big company, isn't it? Okay, corporate or big companies, for example, um, uh, a legal counsel, not only one. Okay, there will be one head legal, and it will be assisted by few legal assistant. Okay, so this head legal may be a very experienced and senior in the practice, but she will be assisted by by few fresh graduates. Okay, so the ranking, okay, the position may be different, but this fresh graduate will be from time to time will be upgrading themselves, exposing themselves to those what they are focusing to that field, and then they are focusing in and then will be upgrading themselves to become higher in position, will be promoted to another level of from assistant manager to become manager, become senior manager, to become general manager, something like that. Okay, so you don't worry. Fresh graduate also would have place in a corporate companies. Okay, so you because corporate, when you call corporate, okay, corporate means that Sendian Berhad or banks or whatsoever. Okay, it may be small company or maybe group company. Okay, so maybe you can just start with the small company. Okay, so expose yourself. What is this about? Because small company handle small profile. Okay, easy to handle, and then you earn something there, and then you upgrade yourself, and then join another bigger firm or bigger corporate. Okay, something like that. Am I answered the question? Do I?
Yes, madam, yes. Okay, then. So we go to the last question for today. Assalamualaikum. I have a question. What would you advise those who interested in pursue criminal law, as there is a lot of negative perceptions towards that field?
Okay. Okay. If you wish to continue in criminal, okay, I think we have value in ourselves. Okay, we learn, especially those in UIA. Okay, IUM have a special, I think, even memorise. Okay, when one person become memorise, we can actually know what is good, what is not. We can differentiate between what is good, what is not, right? So as well as when you apply in 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 the in life, okay. I talking about general first. In general first. Uh, in mitigating or in representing somebody in criminal, okay. the perception is always like, oh, you are representing OKT, or absolutely dia yang bunuh, dia yang buat benda tu, dia yang curi, contohnya kan. But actually your position is not only that. Okay, I'm not so expert in this, but what I can tell you is that it's not only the role of the litigator. Okay, you are litigating maybe the degree of the, instead of like for example because dalam criminal, okay, dia ada maximum sentence, okay, maximum sentence, and dia ada tu minimum sentence. So mungkin instead of 86 80 tahun penjara, contoh 5 tahun penjara, okay, you mitigate sebab apa dia macam ni, dia orang susah, and then you give option to your client, okay, kalau ini betul apa aja cik buat, so kita akan mengaku bersalah, and then kita akan apply untuk kurangkan hukuman, contoh. Okay, so sometimes dalam kriminal ni, we are not supporting to those who did criminal, okay, tapi kita boleh help them to reduce the degree because of certain reason. Kriminal ni bukan setakat yang bunuh-bunuh tu semua. Kriminal ni, anything that, when you learn about kriminal ni, kriminal tu it can be white collar criminal pun dikira white collar, okay. So sometimes kadang-kadang kita tolong orang yang memang tak salah. Contohnya somebody has been trapped in the situation, jadi kambing hitam, contoh, okay, because of certain issue, somebody had to be blamed, okay, CEO, one of the CEO in one of a big company for example, had to be answered for one issue, legal issue, okay, so dia dituduh dia mengambil duit syarikat, okay, mentransferkan certain saham, but it didn't happen. So this is where the role of the lawyer come into the picture, okay. You have to call your client and then sit down, what's actually happening, okay, and then during that time you have to trust your lawyer. Your instinct and your heart will tell you actually this person actually talks the truth or not, okay, and then how you I do not know because I didn't do, because this is based on my friend's experience, okay. So how you want to lead yourself, either you want to plead guilty, or you go for the okay, kita akan fight. You akan file dia punya defense. Okay. So dalam hal ni, dalam kriminal ni, you are actually helping, upholding the justice to tell that, because sometimes dalam one situation this man, they've been trapped, so dia pun tak ada jalan, so only good lawyer that have a good argument akan bring the situation to the fairness. Keadilan akan muncul waktu tu. Macam tu lah. Okay. Kita kena widen the scope of our thinking. Yang dia bunuh, dia tetap bunuh. No.
Thank you, Madam. I think that's one of ramification as a law student. We didn't say someone is guilty until it is proven, right? So
Correct.
yeah, I think I agree what you say. If any profession that we take is also come with risk, and also if we want to become a lawyer. So I think in conclusion for today, in this forum, we get a lot of beneficial knowledge, and also we can hear many good tips from Madam before on how to excel in a law student, in the law assignments, ASAU test, and also what is the reality of being a law, what is a career path that we can do. We are not limited only in the legal field, but a lot of field that we can enter as a law students. And being a law graduate, actually, we are being so commercialized, and we can enter with our skill that we have developed in law school. Our skills is very beneficial for us. Yeah, I think that's all from So to close this forum tonight, I would like to invite Brother Amirul Luqman for dua recitation.
وقال رب ادعوني أستجب لكم. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا شاكرين حمدا يوالي ما هو يكافئ مزيده. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا ولوالدينا وارحمهما كما ربيانا صغارا وبالجميع المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من البرص والجنون والجزام ومن سيء الأسقام. ربنا افتح بيننا وبين قومنا بالحق وأنت خير الفاتحين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. دعوهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتحيتهم فيها سلام وآخر دعوهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. الله منا منكم.
Amin Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Brother Amirul Luqman, for the dua recitation. So, ladies and gentlemen, finally, we come to the end part of our forum, LexForum for tonight. We would like to say thanks again to our speaker, Madam Hanim. We would like for the informative and interesting thought, and to the audience for active participation towards the end of our forum. Hopefully, this forum will be beneficial for everybody. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, good night everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.